You may or may not recall that back in 2022, Expedia called it the year of the GOAT, that it was the greatest of all trips. And that's because after 2 years at home, travelers were ready to spend big, go for those big bucket list style trips to places like Bali, New York, Rome, Paris. Well, this year, we are seeing two major companies, that's Expedia and Booking.com, predicting travelers will be in a very different headspace heading into next year. We're seeing annual reports from both of these companies saying that travelers are going to be looking for places that are lesser known and also far less crowded. Now, we can look at the annual trend report from Expedia, which surveyed some 25,000 people across 19 countries, saying that 63% of those people said that they plan to go to off-the-beaten-track trips on their next vacation. Booking.com surveyed even more, about 27,000, saying more than two-thirds will be seeking out less crowded destinations. So where are people going? Well, we can see right here, Expedia is looking at flight data, seeing a big jump in places like Reims, France, that is the heart of the Champagne region, also Brescia, Italy, Cozumel, Santa Barbara, and Waikato, New Zealand. But Booking.com's trending destinations, an entirely different set here, led right here in Asia. That's Sanya, China. That is that major tourism city. A lot of people probably think a big city, about 1 million people, but for China's standards, not quite that big, on the island of Hainan, followed by another spot in Italy. This is Trieste. That is a port city in the northeast, close to the Slovenian border. Now, interest is rising to these places, yes, because there are less crowds. We keep hearing about over-tourism. Seems like tourists really taking that to heart. But also because these spots are said to be more relaxing and cheaper. That's according to Expedia's Chief Commercial Officer, Greg Schultz, who I spoke to last week. They also check the box for that authentic trip that travelers are still looking for. We've seen that over the past 2 years. That's going to continue into 2025. But there's one more reason that we're seeing this new trend, and that comes down to the trendsetters, Expedia says. If you are a social media influencer, taking a photo in front of the Eiffel Tower is simply not going to cut it anymore. You've got to do the research, find the places that are new and interesting, and then you bring that to your followers, and then that message gets amplified across social media.